Hey y'all, hey. Bienvenida, bienvenido, and Waheen. It is Destiny back in the house. Listen, this is content day, and y'all know how I've started to do. My new thing is to take one day, batch create content, like 10 topics or more. So you'll see me in this same little get up for a lot of different topics because I'm just going to go until I have no more wind. But listen, before I get into how today is going to go, I want to thank each and every one of you that have already subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you. You know I do. For those of you who have not subscribed to the channel, please, if you will, stop what you're doing. Yes, right now. Stop. And listen, when I get through doing what I do, which is our favorite little subscribe dance, we're going to hop into this topic. I'm just going to go ahead and start this video off with a lot of information because I like to keep you all in the loop and not confused, not, hey, what's going on with Destiny, what seems off, the energy isn't there, all of those things and questions that you may have. I'm going to go ahead and put everything out. This is my first video of the day, my content creating day. Today's January 22nd. And so being as though it's 22 days into the new year of 2025, I want to bring my family members up to speed with what's been going on with me. For those of you who have had a happy new year, I'm happy for you. But I'm going to go ahead and start this off by letting you know that you may notice my energy is quite different today, and there's a reason. All of my topics today may be a little, she's just not herself. There's a reason. I didn't have a happy new year. I did not. The year got off to a horrible start for me, if I'm honest. And I'm always honest on my channel. Horrible start. So I brought the new year in. December 31st at midnight, January 1, that was okay. I was home, safe, listening to the fireworks and whatnot in the neighborhood, out and about all over the place, being able to look out the window and see a few of those. And that was fine. What wasn't fine is on into the new year. After 5 p.m., I had a text message to my phone telling me to call one of my sister friends ASAP. I say sister friends so people kind of are in the loop with who I'm talking about. But for many, many years, I've just called her my sister. But I like to say sister friend so people will, be completely in the loop that it's not a blood relative. But she's like a blood relative. She's better than a blood sister. She sent me a message asking me to give her a call. And me being me, and she and I being who we are, I'm thinking, girl, it's January 1. It's the top of the new year. I ain't messing with you today, sis. I'm not clowning with you today. No, because we are clowns. We get together. We love on one another. We cut the food. We act up real bad. I'm like, sis, not today. I'm going to give my sis some time, but baby, not on January 1. We ain't cutting up. We ain't cutting the food today. No, I may call you like the first week or two into the new year. No, baby, it's January 1. And then I kept looking at I have my text messages where they load on my computer. And I just kept looking at it because they were bold. You know how you don't read a text yet? And so they were just bold. And it was just, call me ASAP. And I kept looking like, ASAP? The ASAP is bothering me. And then I kept thinking, we are such clowns. We get together and cut the food. I kept saying, but then I kept pausing. If you notice how I sat in my office chair and I looked at it and I kept looking at it. It disturbed me. Then I'm laughing like, this girl just want to clown. I ain't messing with her. It's the New Year day. Girl, let me get into the New Year. And then we can cut up a little bit. So, I'm going to make this, in my head, I'm going to make it short. I'm probably going to make it long because of the emotions. I'll probably have to keep pausing and dragging it out. But I promise y'all, in my head, I'm making this quick. And I'm definitely not going to share too much personal information. That's just what I'm not going to do, expose the personal family, like my family that I'm talking about, any names, anything like that. And not too much of the personal story. I mean, I could keep it as simple as the New Year didn't happen great for me, and this is why, and move on into the next topic. But I just can't talk about emotions that quickly. So, it took me a minute to register the text message, and I kept looking at it like, yeah, girl, we're gonna clown later, not today. And then finally, at some point, I went through my living room and kitchen doing other things, and then something told me to just stop and pick up my phone, because I'm like, if she needed me to call her, the ASAP is what kept disturbing me. If she needed me to call her ASAP, why didn't she just call me ASAP? About 20 minutes passed. I finally picked up my phone. I said, oh, she did call me. So I'm thinking, yeah, I don't think she want to call me. She's still in my hometown. I've moved away and haven't lived there in over 20 years. So usually we're cutting up about something at home that's going on, somebody at home, some story, some situation, what's just silly stuff. Just our personal lives, old stuff, what's going on with me, what we did when we was in school. We clown and cut up. So I'm thinking, the things that we talk about wouldn't be a ASAP. It wouldn't be a ASAP. She could cut up and tell me any story, anytime. What would it be? An emergency situation. That's the ASAP kept disturbing me. Picked up my phone, realized she did call me. Then I got a little, I'm still not messing with her today. So now I'm struggling. ASAP, she texts me. I didn't see the message for like 20 minutes later from the time she sent it. And then I walked around playing in my head thinking, girl, whatever, did some things in the house. So another like 20 minutes have passed with me ignoring it. Hate to say that, but that's what I was doing. But not in a negative way. I love my sister. And that's the thing. Every time she texts or calls me, I respond. So that was the issue. Like, girl, you never do this. Fast forward. I finally called her back after about another 20 minutes. So a good 40-something minutes had lapsed from her initially saying, call me ASAP. Push to the horrific news. I found out that one of my sister friends passed on New Year's Day, which was her actual sister, her blood sister. We've been sisters since young girls. We've been sisters, sister friends, since very, very young girls. So that happened. I know that's sad, and some people are going to be like, oh, I hate to hear that, and my condolences and all that. Oh, you haven't even heard anything yet. On top of my sister friend passing, on New Year's Day, it happened to be 3 days before my birthday. You do the math, you figure it out. I'm not here to celebrate or talk about my birthday because it's not a happy time for me. So obviously, nothing was happy for me. That's how my New Year started. On New Year's Day, lost one of my sisters 3 days before my birthday. Let's sit in that. That's hurt. That's a lot of pain. That's a lot of devastation. So I'm personally just going to sit in that for a moment. I said I was going to turn the camera off if I got into some emotions and stuff, but I'm not. This is my channel. It's authentic. It's real. It's raw. Now, if I need to break down and boo-hoo, then clearly we're going to turn the camera off. But I'm going to talk through these emotions again. It's raw. We're going to do it unedited. It is what it is. It happens. So with that being said, I had a horrific New Year, a horrific birthday. I had to travel home to my hometown to say my final goodbyes to my sister. It was just horrible. I never travel alone. My normal traveling partner, which many of you know, Smooch, was not able to get off work, so I had to travel alone without her. Me and my simple mind self going through the airport, like, I don't know what to do. And I say, you're probably like, why would you call yourself that? Normally when I travel, again, this with Smooch, in the airport, I am like a 4-year-old toddler traveling behind my parent. Baby, I don't know what's going on and I don't care. Smooch knows every gate, every check-in, every kiosk, every point that needs to be made. She knows, and I'm just toting my bag behind her, and I have no worries. So that's why I say simple mind. I had to take my simple mind self, because if you think about something you don't do all the time and somebody does it for you, when you're left to do it alone, it's like, uh-oh, what do I do? I was in that state of mind. So the emotions I had to go through to leave and make that trip by myself. You all know I've talked about my anxiety. I have horrible anxiety. You know about my OCD. I had to push so much stuff aside and suppress so many things to make this trip, not miss a flight, to not walk or run or travel the wrong direction in the airport and pay attention to all. I had to do what Smooch does with ease. I had to focus and literally orchestrate this trip like I got to do these things. And if my hands ask you, y'all mind your business. I had to do that. I did it. I made it. And I'm going to move off of that topic. I'm not going to talk much more about it because it's painful. It's very personal. I'm definitely not going to expose my family like that about a YouTube channel. But and I'm not doing it to really talk about the death of my sister. I'm doing it because my energy is different. I know you all may know it. So I'm doing it for a total different reason. So you won't say, wow, you know, she's not her spunky self or her whatever. I'm not. It's a struggle doing content today. 22 days into the year. So this happened on January 1. Do the math. 22 days into the year. My sister passed on January 1. It's taking me some time to get on camera. With that, I'm going to also go ahead and say and add, you all have seen some content this month of January. And I just want to be clear, you know, I still had on my little gray and my little black. Some people may call it silver and black with my little shoulder out of my sweater. With my little black beanie cap on my head. Those videos that you've seen up until this video is released in a whole different setup, all those videos were created back in December. So I had been consciously editing videos and, you know, posting them. But I don't want anybody again to be confused like, well, we've been seeing videos this month. You know, you didn't say anything about death. Those videos were all created back in December. I've done the editing and posted them along the way until that content runs out. That's the whole point of me doing batch creating. I do a whole bunch of topics and I just release them periodically as I see fit. So those were videos that were done back in December. You see me here in my little, if you could tell on camera, if you can't tell, my little burgundy. My little burgundy. This is January. This video is my first video on camera, doing content after a horrific birthday and losing my sister. This is the first day, y'all. So this is your first time seeing me in January, in real time January, even though it's going to be recorded and posted a little bit later. That's that. I just wanted to put that quick video out there. I'm going to move into my first topic of the day. Of course, I had to give an explanation as to what's going on, what has gone on. I didn't want to get on here for my first video in January and not say Happy New Year to everybody. And the fact that I'm not really going to say it, you know why? It hasn't been for me. I do hope you all had one. I'm not a negative nanny. I'm not bitter in that aspect. I'm very hurt and sad, but that's it. I hope everyone else had a Happy New Year. I hope anything and everything you wanted to happen and you wanted to you manifest and want it to come true and all those good things. I hope all those things happen. Anything you manifested, I hope it has happened. It's going to happen. You're staying positive and all that good stuff. Yeah. So we made it through the hard part, y'all, and I didn't even drop a tear. Got a little emotional. I'm very, very hurt, but that's about it. That's being authentic and real. What I always do on my channel, I wanted you all to know what has happened. I'm going to wrap this up. I don't think I have much more to say about the new year. Obviously, it's one I'm never, ever going to forget. I'm probably never going to be able to celebrate another new year the same. There's probably never a way I can celebrate New Year's after this year. So let me just say this real quick before I get emotional again. I have to have this little joke in my head with my sister that left us. And it's not a ha-ha funny joke, but it's something that keeps my mental together, and it kind of keeps me with a half smile and trying to be at peace with her transitioning on over to the other side. So every now and again when I get too emotional and I break down and I have my really, really bad moments, I just say, really, sis? That's what you decided to do? Really? New Year's Day? 3 days before my birthday? Really, sis? That's what we doing? That's it. I do that every now and again to try to make myself come out of that. You know, sometimes therapists will teach you to take deep breaths. And it's weird that deep breaths control you crying. It literally will stop you from crying. And so you can just be emotional or in a breakdown or breaking down and you just start breathing. It literally, it's like how I've heard people say holding your breath will stop you from hiccuping. Somebody told me this years ago. It works for me. Every time I have the hiccups, I hold my breath. They go away. And I didn't hear that breathing deeply will stop crying, but the fact that I practice it, it literally will stop crying. So that's my little way of stopping those hard emotions that come. Some days I let it out. Some days I get down, dirty. I let it out because I miss my sister. And I let it out. But other days I'm like, not today, not in this moment. I got to go to work or I got to go do this. I got to do that. And so I'll do the, really, sis, this is what we doing. That's what you decided to do. And that's my little way of trying to get past it, get through it and all of that. I'm done with that topic. I wanted you all to know. And we're going to move on to the next topic and try to have a good content day, or at least a decent one. I thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. Keep watching. I'm going to hop on to the next topic. And I already know y'all are going to be like, oh, my condolences. Sorry to hear that. Thank you. I already know because I got some awesome family members on the channel. Thank you all. I'm going to go ahead and say thank you in the end of the video because y'all, you guys are awesome. I got some loving, caring people on this channel. So I appreciate you all. And I'm going to be okay. Those of you who pray, say a little prayer for me. And other than that, that's about all I need from y'all. See you on the next topic.